Okay, when I searched Duolingo, it showed Rosetta Stone. So I don't know what is going on, but is there no Duolingo? Please tell me there's Duolingo. There has to be. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so there is no Duolingo on the computer. But you know what? There is a Duolingo on the browser. So I am going to use that instead. Because when we tried using Rosetta Stone on the browser, it didn't exactly work. Which is why we had to download the app. And I guess that is better for me. But let's get started. Okay, so right now we are at Duolingo and I've logged out of my original account. So we're not going to use the account I already have because of course that would be unfair. So let's start from a new account. So, it has a pretty fun website. Not saying that Rosetta Stone doesn't, but I feel like Duolingo is more targeted to children. Even though children don't exactly do it, there's also adults that do it. I feel like it's a much more fun and like welcoming blast when you come in. But anyway, let's get started. And let's learn French just to make it fair. And let's see how many languages it has. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. It has 40 languages. On the other hand, Rosetta Stone only had 25. But that might be because we're on an unpaid plan and they might have more if you pay for the actual service. But another point to note is that Duolingo is also free. I'm not using a paid version, and I usually don't use a paid version when I do my normal lessons, and this is exactly how I'm going to do it now with the free version, so it's fair between both apps, of course. But this on its own provides like 40 different languages, and I have heard that some of these languages are fictional. Like I think High Valyrian is fictional, I'm pretty sure. It's like something from Star Wars, but if it is not, then I'm very sorry because I do not exactly know. But I do know one of these languages are fictional. So let's learn French. Okay, so the bird starts by introducing itself because it has a mascot and its name is Duo. Let's get this party started. Okay, cool. How did you hear about Duolingo? Well, I actually forgot how I heard about it in the first place, but we're just gonna do other. Why are you learning French? Just for fun. Yay, fun is my specialty. How much French do you know? Well, I'm gonna say I'm new to French because that's only how it makes it fair for Rosetta Stone. But one thing I did notice is that Duolingo asks for like how much background information you have. And like I was talking about in Rosetta Stone, it'd be helpful to sort of like skip around to learn different things. And this is kind of like a good thing. It's asking what your purpose is so they can plan out a curriculum, I'm guessing. And it asks you how familiar you are with the language so you don't necessarily have to go and learn from the basics. So anyway, here's what you can achieve. Converse with confidence, stress-free speaking and listening exercises, build a large vocabulary, common words and practical phrases, develop a learning habit, smart reminders, fun challenges, and more. Okay, cool beans. What's your daily learning goal? I'm gonna go casual because I don't think I'll be going intense with this account, but anyway, I'll remind you to practice so it becomes a habit. You know what? I'm not gonna allow that because I'm pretty sure I'll be deleting this account after I'm done with this video, but no one has to know that. Now, let's find the best place to start. You know what? I'm gonna start from scratch because that'd be fair, but I do like this option of finding your level because just what I mentioned earlier. It only makes sense if you already know the basics, then you can kind of move on. And I noticed that wasn't a thing in Rosetta Stone, so let's start from scratch, pretend we don't know anything. It can be hard to stay motivated. So Duolingo is designed to be fun, like a game. So kind of like what I mentioned at the beginning of the video. While Rosetta Stone is kind of more like structured learning, Duolingo is more like fun and games. So it's kind of motivating to do. So even though you don't want to do it, you think of it as a game and you do it and it's fun and it's motivating. So that's one thing I like about Duolingo. But anyway, so now we are starting with our first lesson. They didn't show us any curriculum, they kind of just jumped into the lesson, but you know what, we can also leave from here. Oh wait, no, I have to start over. Oh, okay, never mind. So, as you can see, there are many options. So right now I haven't created a profile, but I'm not going to do that right now because there is an option to use it without like really logging in. So I'm just going to do that. Okay, so over here we're learning French and we can add a new course so we can learn multiple at the same time. I'm pretty sure you can do that with Rosetta Stone too. And one thing that's really popular about Duolingo is that it has a feature where you can sort of see your streak. So a streak is like, if you don't know, which most people know, but that's fine. If you don't know, then a streak is kind of like how long you can maintain something for consecutive periods of time. So right now I have a 0-day streak, but if I do a lesson, I'll probably get a 1-day streak. Okay, so you have gems and hearts. So you only have 5 hearts. But anyway, there's so many different functionalities. So I feel like these are for people that come from like newer generations, because doing things like this is just more fun for people like that. And including for myself, I feel like if I were to compare both platforms, I would probably end up using Duolingo if I wasn't already using it. But I feel like it's definitely a more fun alternative to just sort of having planned out lessons. Okay, so there are leaderboards. You have to do 10 lessons to unlock them. Okay, and there's sort of a shop. And then, oh no. You can also have a profile, but that's only if you have an account. And yeah, so pretty much it looks like there's many different options, and let's just see what we can do with the free version of it, and we'll sort of dive deeper later. So right now we're starting off from the very, very basics. So let's start with a lesson and see how it goes. Which one of these is 1? I mean, this one says 1, so I'm guessing it's 1.
Oh.
Okay, so it pronounces the word and it tells you. So this is like a multiple choice. Each mistake costs 1 heart. Stay sharp and focused to keep these hearts. You got this. Okay, so you can make 5 mistakes before you probably have to regain the hearts in some way. But I'm just gonna pretend like I don't know how to do it and like I'm new. But anyway, which of these is the man? So it has pictures which sort of can help you associate the meanings or words with the pictures. So I feel like similar to Rosetta Stone, this does have a lot of variety, and we'll see how it is throughout the whole lesson. Remember that you can always hover over words to see what they mean. So I think this is a helpful feature, because if you don't know, then it's not like you're stuck. And plus, since they also have the thing where hearts are there, you can use this to really just up your game. So, man. I feel like it could be used as a cheat sheet sometimes, but that really depends which language you're learning. So far, there aren't really any speaking exercises. Compared to Rosetta Stone, they had a lot of those, which I feel like help a lot when learning a new language, but we'll see. So far, I feel like there's a lot of listening exercises and multiple choice, and also composing sentences by listening, which is something that they didn't have in Rosetta Stone, like composing sentences. But I feel like Duolingo kind of starts it, I don't know how to describe it, but they kind of have a context when they're teaching the language instead of just teaching you words like a girl or like a woman and stuff like that. Okay, so now I have like a mix and match thing. Oh yeah, I lost a heart, but it's fine. I'm so good at this. And they also have like tiny little characters, very cute. Okay, so we just finished a lesson. Lesson complete. So we're having a dance party. But anyway, so I have 100% accuracy. But I did do something wrong, but I think that's like within the multiple choice, so it's fine. Anyway, so we earned XP, which are basically like points, I'm guessing. See, I told you. So since I did a lesson, I got a 1-day streak, and yeah. Let's commit to learning with a streak goal. So I think this is helpful because it helps you maintain a consistency so you learn the language and you don't forget stuff by not maintaining a consistency. I'm just gonna do a 7-day goal. Oh wait, I did not see what that was. But anyway, it's fine. You earned 5 gems. Yay! Oh, you know what? We're not gonna do that right now. But yeah, so that was pretty much it for Duolingo. Oh wait. Oh yeah, okay. That was pretty much it for Duolingo. So now, let's compare both of the platforms separately on their own, and let's list out the qualities for each of them on their own, and then let's compare and contrast how they were good in some ways and how they were bad in some ways. So let's get to that right now.